Hallo von der NAMM Show 2016, der Nikola hier, wir sind bei Marshall und es gibt eine neue Serie Amps bei Marshall, nämlich Marshall Code, und darüber wollen wir jetzt mehr erfahren. So, let's go!
Okay, so this is the new series of digital amplifiers from Marshall, which is called Code. We've got the Code 25, which is a small one at the top there. Okay, I'm plugged into the Code 50. We also have Code 100s, which are out on display at the front. Feature-wise, you know, if you buy the small one, which is 25 or the 100, you get the same amount of effects, preamps, power amps. You don't lose anything by having a small unit. The only difference is it's smaller, it's less watts. That's it. Okay. So to actually use the amp itself, it's pretty straightforward and easy to do. So we can see we've got the traditional rotary knobs on the top there. You know, your gain, your bass, middle, treble, etc. But all the extra stuff comes in here along the top. Okay, so we got pre-effects, which is your stomp box type effects, followed by the preamp, so you can have different preamps. Okay, modulation effects, delay effects, reverb effects, then power amps, and then cabinet types. Okay, so you can mix and match as much as you like. You know, American style power amp with a British preamp, etc., and whatever cab you like. Okay, so everything is controllable on the amp itself. But what you could also do with Bluetooth is wirelessly connect to the Marshall Gateway app, okay, which is a free download. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually show you what's going on the screen, because it's a lot easier to see. So we have a library of sounds. So on the amplifier you get 100 presets. Okay, so you can basically select any of those presets and edit and store as much as you like, so you can ultimately end up with 100 of your own sounds, okay, or just keep the ones that are in there. Or a great feature with the app is you can have a separate library on there which actually isn't stored on the amp and still use them, so you can play play sounds from the device, okay, which is really cool. If you're going somewhere else and you want to play somebody else's code, you can still get all your sort of sounds. Okay, so we'll go to the library. We'll go for Plexi Classic, because it's a Marshall tone, so we'll show you that one first. Okay, and we can see if we're going to edit anything on there, okay, Dave's just literally dragging up and down on the screen to change the value. Okay, and if I want to change something on the amp, as you can see, it still works in real time. So as you can see, while my finger moves around, so does the wheel on the application. Okay, so I think what we'll do is I'll show you the amp section next. So it's telling me what preamp I'm using, which is Plexi. The power amp section is a classic Marshall 100, so it's EL34 sounds. And then the cabinet is a 1960X, so that's again another Marshall cabinet, which is a 4x12 with greenbacks in there. As I'm playing, Dave's just going to scroll through some of the different cabinet types. So you hear a 1x12, then a 2x12, and then back to a 4x12. Okay, so we'll do that. Big difference. Another thing I want to point out is how responsive the amplifier is and how it acts like a tube amp. So if I start rolling back the volume on the guitar, it actually cleans up. So that's a classic Marshall sort of tone, so we'll go for something different now. We'll go for an American style clean sound. So effects on that preset, for example, literally hit effects, and then we get shown this. If it's greyed out, it means it's not active, but they're easy to switch on and off. You literally just tap them. Okay. But we're using a delay and a reverb on this particular sound. So if I want to edit a delay, I'll tap it. I can choose different types of delay. Okay. Yeah. And then also edit the any of the parameters. So he's hit the delay time. He's dragging up and down on the screen to change that. Or if he knows he wants a specific delay time, he can hold it down and key it in. Okay. Or you can tap it in. Yeah. So if again hold that, the screen comes up. Tap in your delay time. Okay. The tap is also on the amp. Okay, so you can tap the actual edit wheel on the amplifier and do a tap tempo on there. So again, you don't have to rely on the app for any of the features. All right. We'll go for another sound now. This is a little bit more heavy. So this is a JCM 800. Okay. Effects-wise, we've got a distortion pedal in the front. Okay, which is a Marshall governor, and then we've got delay and reverb again on this. Okay. Pretty responsive. So that's pretty much all the amp features and the effects and all that kind of thing. We've also got the playback. Okay, so this links up to anything you've got in your library. So whether it's iTunes or whatever you're using similar. And you can basically play music via the Bluetooth out of the amplifier and play along to it. So you can choose a preset that matches a song, start playing along to it. But you can also loop sections of the song and also slow it down without altering the pitch. Okay, and then finally we got the menu, which gives us our Bluetooth options in the connections, and then tuner. Okay, so it's in standard tuning at the moment. So if I pluck the A string on my guitar, it's showing me that I'm in tune. Okay, there we go, slightly flat now because I've moved. But yeah, there's different types of tuning as well. So as well as standard tuning, we've got drop tunings, open tunings, all that kind of thing. So that's the code, okay? So